To hell with this. I'm not making several videos for one chaotic weekend. I'm making one video breaking down the upsets from the least shocking to the most shocking. If you want my reaction to Alabama Vanderbilt, check the link in the description. Let's not fuck around and let's get to it. This was the least shocking for one reason. The dominance showed by the Stangs on the Seminoles last week was absolutely insane. They dominated that team top to bottom. If SMU was not coming off a conference title last year, I would say that Louisville would probably be the favorites. But Louisville has a lot of holes to fill, especially after their ACC title run last season. On defense, the Pony Express tore them apart. It got close at the end as Louisville tried to mount the comeback, but an SMU touchdown with 6 minutes left firmly shut the door. Like I said last week, SMU thinks they are going to be ACC title contenders. This win will definitely help build their case. Michigan's problems should be well known to all by this point. After taking Washington to the woodshed in Houston for the Natty last season, the entire team, including the head coach, fucked off for the NFL or the transfer portal. Only 2 players were left from last year's starters, and while Texas did a good job putting the Wolverines in their place, a coffin was finally sealed on the hopes and dreams of a repeat title for Michigan. While the Huskies are dealing with this as well in their own way, with Kalen DeBoer leaving for Alabama, Michigan still had to travel all the way to Seattle to play them. Frankly, it was just 2 mediocre teams, and one of them was overrated as shit. It's good for Dubs to get this win back, but Michigan shouldn't have been ranked this highly to begin with. The fact that Lincoln Riley lost to the Gophers of Minnesota has Sooner fans punching the air in celebration right now. The game was an absolute nightmare for USC. They look fine for the most part, but if you turn the ball over 3 times, don't be surprised when you lose. Miller Moss had his first actual bad game in his tenure as the starter, while the quarterback from New Hampshire, now playing for Minnesota, nearly threw a perfect game for the Gophers. They won the game simply by rowing that damn boat up USC's ass on a 3rd and goal, and then a 4th and goal right after, and still needed a replay to overturn the call for a touchdown. USC, you're officially out of the national title hunt, and Lincoln Riley's own ass is starting to get really fucking hot. Top to bottom, Mizzou was picked apart by the Aggies. I could talk about the stats and the players individually not performing how they should have, but you gave up 41 fucking points to the Aggies. No surprise here, you got a can of whoop ass opened up on you. Connor Wegman has become the new Aggie god of football, and that A&M defense is starting to finally gel together into a powerful force. Everyone in Missouri is breaking their TVs in confusion and heartbreak as the over 100,000 fans that were at Kyle Field yelled loudly into the night. The good news for Mizzou is there's still hope for you to make the SEC championship and the playoff spot. You just need a little bit of help by having a few teams above you lose. The roast of Miami has been put on indefinite pause for yet another week due to Otto and friends getting drowned after waking up some very pissed off Hurricanes in the 4th quarter. You led by 25 points. I don't need to say anything else, Cal. Go fuck yourself. As for Miami, this is the 2nd week in a row you nearly got upset. However tempting and difficult it is to give in to Mario Cristobal's old ways, do not go into the fucking light. If you do, then fucking Pittsburgh will be the leaders in the ACC. Yes, Pittsburgh. We were so distracted by the SEC cannibalizing itself, we nearly forgot the ACC has been doing that since week 0. Oh, by the way, overall, the SEC apparently woke up this weekend, looked at the calendar, and said, fuck it, we're gonna wreck everything. First Mizzou, then Alabama, and now Tennessee turns into a goddamn pumpkin. I knew Tennessee was historically inconsistent when it comes to staying atop the top 25, but holy fuck, guys. Why in the hell did you volunteer to be tributed by Hog City? Are you afraid of Arkansas or something? Oh, they are?
Reverses field. Slant, batted in the air, it is intercepted by Arkansas!
I just know something bad is going to happen.
on the outside, touchdown. Singleton keeps it and scores.
Nico was completely shut down by the pigsty of Arkansas and had to resort to handing it off to get anything going. Arkansas not only shut out Tennessee in the first half, but they did so by dominating time of possession. It was a low-scoring game, but Arkansas always had the fucking ball. In fact, the way to beat a good SEC team is apparently pretty simple after watching 3 upsets yesterday. No matter what, we can just hold on to the ball longer and keep the offense off the field as much as possible, then you have a much better chance to win the game. I know, no shit, right? Explosive plays apparently don't mean shit when you can't stay on the field for a long time. I know that sounds simple, but it also means you need to be consistently shutting down the opposing offenses quickly and be able to drive the ball downfield slowly, methodically, with precision, with tact. Tennessee, they have proven they had a pretty good defense earlier in the year against Oklahoma. I guess they were just on vacation this week, yet they let Bobby fucking Petrino, yes, that Bobby Petrino, who is currently the offensive coordinator of the Razorbacks, go full General Patton and destroy your defense. Oh, that was exhausting. I hope next week's easier.
How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.